Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today is a fantastic day to dive into some major soap drama, and we have a whole lot to unpack. We are looking ahead to Monday, May 18, and the tension in Los Angeles is about to reach an absolute boiling point. Let's get right into the predictions and see what is coming up next on The Bold and the Beautiful. So a lot of people are really looking forward to Monday, May 18. And honestly, I am too, even if I am completely exhausted by these people and their endless corporate musical chairs. Let's be real here. We all knew the Brooke and Ridge and Steffy dynamic was going to explode. Last week, or maybe a few episodes ago, we saw Brooke make that incredibly seductive offer to Ridge. She wanted him to push his own daughter Steffy out and make Brooke the co-CEO of Forrester Creations. Because of course she did. Hope is refusing to leave Forrester for Katie's new Logan fashion house, so Brooke decided the only logical way to protect Hope for the future is to just take over the entire company. And Ridge, being Ridge, actually said he would consider it. What were they thinking? Who actually believes this is going to end well? But here's the big spoiler for Monday. Brooke gets the news that she is not going to be co-CEO with Ridge. He actually tells her no. And you know she is not going to take that well. Not at all. Brooke is absolutely going to whine and complain and throw a massive fit. She is not happy with this result at all. She thought she had him completely wrapped around her finger after that whole romantic setup she did when he got home, lighting the candles and putting on the charm and making this grand pitch about how she needs to protect Hope's future. But Ridge actually draws a line. He tells her he just cannot do that to Steffy. So Brooke is going to be incredibly hurt. She will be so disappointed in her husband's choice. I mean, maybe I'm being too harsh on Brooke. She is just trying to protect her daughter. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. She loves Hope. But come on. You cannot just demand your husband fire his own daughter from the family company. It is ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. But Brooke is going to play the victim here. She always does. She will act like Ridge is betraying her and betraying Hope. So Ridge is going to be in full damage control mode. He will be doing everything he possibly can to minimize the fallout and ease the tension in his marriage. He knows Brooke is furious. He knows Hope is going to be mad when she hears about it. But he also knows he made the right call. For once. Honestly, I am shocked he found his spine. Usually Ridge just caves whenever Brooke bats her eyelashes or cries about Hope. I mean, he has a history of just doing whatever Brooke wants to keep the peace. But this time he actually stood up to her. And he is going to have to deal with the severe consequences of that. He will probably try to compromise, maybe offer Brooke some other high-level position, or promise to personally keep Steffy in check so Hope doesn't get mistreated. But Brooke won't want to hear it. She wants what she wants. And then there is Steffy. Oh man, Steffy is going to get a surprise that we think will make her very, very happy. When she eventually finds out that Brooke actually made a play for her job, she is going to hit the roof. But when she realizes that Ridge actually shot Brooke down, Steffy is going to be thrilled. She will be so smug about it. It is going to be a huge victory for her. Steffy has been dealing with so much drama lately, especially with Ivy and Elektra and all that messy letter business. She was already on the verge of firing Ivy because of that intercepted letter. So to have Brooke trying to steal her job on top of everything else, it is just too much. But knowing her dad actually had her back for once is going to give Steffy a huge ego boost. She is going to gloat. You know she is. But okay, let's switch gears because there is another massive storyline happening that we need to talk about. And this one is so messy. So messy. It involves Dylan, Elektra, and Remy. Yes, Remy is back and lurking around like a total creep. So we are going to see a moment where Dylan is hugging Electra. Remember a while back Dylan made that huge sacrifice and moved out of Will's beach house just so she wouldn't get in the way of Electra and Will's relationship? She wanted to prove she was a good friend to Electra. So they are having this nice bonding moment. Dylan is hugging Electra. And then over Electra's shoulder, Dylan accidentally spots Remy sneaking around nearby, just lurking in the background. And this is where it gets really dark and complicated. Electra was deeply, deeply traumatized by what Remy did to her in the past. If you guys remember, Remy made those deep fakes of Electra. It was a massive betrayal. It still haunts Electra to this day. She thought Remy was a good friend, someone she could trust with her life, and then he completely violated her trust and her image with those fake videos or pictures. It was disgusting. And Electra is still carrying that trauma around. She is still trying to heal from it while dealing with all the Will and RJ drama. So if she sees Remy, she is going to absolutely lose her mind. She will panic. She will probably have a full breakdown. But here is the kicker. Here is the massive secret that is going to blow everything up. Dylan is Remy's cousin. Yes, you heard me. Dylan is related to the guy who traumatized Electra. And Dylan has been keeping this a secret from Electra the entire time they have been friends. What is Dylan thinking? Why would she hide something so huge? If Electra finds out that Dylan is Remy's cousin, and that Dylan has been keeping this connection a secret, it will destroy everything. It will absolutely ruin their friendship forever. Electra will feel completely betrayed all over again. She will think Dylan was in on it, or at least protecting the guy who hurt her. So Dylan knows she has to do everything in her power to keep Electra in the dark. So when Dylan sees Remy lurking there, she is going to panic. She will quickly try to shoo him away. She will be making wild hand gestures, trying to signal to Remy to get out of there before Electra turns around and sees him. She will try to push him out the door or out of the room without causing a scene. It is going to be one of those tense, awkward soap opera moments where someone is hiding right behind a plant or a door. Dylan is going to be sweating bullets. She knows that if Electra just turns her head a few inches, the whole secret is out and her life in Los Angeles is basically over. And Remy just doesn't get it. He seems to think he can just show up whenever and wherever he wants. He has zero boundaries. He will probably act like he isn't doing anything wrong. So after Electra finally leaves, completely oblivious to the fact that her abuser was standing 10 feet away, Dylan is going to pull Remy aside for a private, very angry conversation. Dylan is going to explain to him. She is going to lay into him. She will tell him he cannot just show up at Forrester Creations or wherever they are and expect things to be normal. Remy is going to argue back. He will argue that he isn't a threat to anyone. He will complain about how Dylan is treating him. He will play the victim, which is just so typical for a character like this. He did something horrible to Electra, but now he wants people to feel sorry for him because his cousin is being mean to him. Remy just doesn't understand the gravity of what he did. Actually, maybe he does understand and just doesn't care. I don't know. Sometimes I think Remy is just clueless, and sometimes I think he is evil. But Dylan knows exactly how much pain Electra is in. Dylan is not going to take any chances. She is currently trying to repair her relationship with Electra and build a life here. She just got that job at Il Giardino. She is moving into her own place. She is trying to be a good person. Remy is a massive problem. He is a walking time bomb. He cannot be around. So Dylan is going to push him hard. She is going to demand that he promise to stay away. Stay away from Electra, stay away from Forrester Creations, and stay away from everyone connected to this mess. She needs him gone. But will Remy actually listen? Will he actually stay away? Probably not, because Remy needs Dylan's help. Remember, Remy is desperate to get back together with Deke. He showed up at Il Giardino a while ago to see Deke, and Deke told him he wasn't ready to be around him yet. Deke is still hurting, but Remy wants him back. And Remy knows that Dylan works with Deke at the restaurant. Dylan and Deke have become friends. Deke has been giving Dylan advice about love and hope, so Remy is going to use that. He needs Dylan to put in a good word for him with Deke. He needs Dylan's help to win Deke back. So you can totally see where this is going, right? It is basically blackmail. Remy might not say it out loud, but the implication is going to be right there hanging in the air. If Dylan doesn't help Remy get back with Deke, Remy might just accidentally bump into Electra and let it slip that they are cousins. He will hold that secret over Dylan's head, and Dylan is going to be trapped. She wants to protect Electra, but she also doesn't want to manipulate Deke, who has been nothing but nice to her. It is a horrible position to be in. This whole storyline just fits the show's usual style so perfectly. The secrets, the hidden family connections, the blackmail. It is classic, bold, and beautiful. But it also feels a bit different because it involves this deep fake trauma, which is a very modern, very real issue. The writers are really leaning into how much damage that kind of betrayal can do to a person's psyche. Electra isn't just mad at Remy, she is deeply traumatized. And for Dylan to be secretly related to him, it adds such a dark, twisted layer to their friendship. I honestly don't know how Dylan is going to get out of this one. She is playing with fire. So Monday is going to be packed. We have the corporate fallout with Brooke, Ridge, and Steffy, which is going to be loud and angry and full of tears. And then we have this quiet, tense, dangerous game of cat and mouse with Dylan, Remy, and Electra. Both storylines are about betrayal and secrets. I am honestly a bit tired just thinking about how much yelling is going to happen next week. But I am also glued to the screen. What do you guys think? Will Ridge actually stick to his guns and keep Steffy as co-CEO, or will Brooke eventually wear him down like she always does?
What do you guys think about today's drama?
Possibly
Let me
keep
know your
her
thoughts in
true
the comments
identity
below.
a secret from
Don't
Electra?
forget to like and subscribe for
Let
your
us know
daily
your
dose of
thoughts.
bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.